how do you ask them if they have any STDs before you have sex with them without sounding, disrespectful, I guess?
You just go, are you a slut?
Well, some of them might not even know, too.
And they don't have to be sluts to get STDs.
Yeah.
Could have just been that first time.
Stupid.
Or some aren't.
He was asking how to ask, and I would ask, are you a slut?
Oh, okay.
You know what might be cool is like if you say, hey, let's get tested together.
Smart.
Yeah, that's the best way.
Helfvana, and it sends same-day test results. It also makes it easy to share them with your romantic partners.
It might seem better if it's like, hey, I want to be safe for both of us, so why don't we go there to the clinic, get that shit checked up.
Or what if it's like a first date type of thing and he's like, well,
You shouldn't even be fucking her if it's like the first date, though.
No, people fuck on the first date. What are you talking about?
Then why would you ask for an STD thing?
Certainly, if you look from the 1980s till now, huge increases in some places in sexually transmitted diseases, and there's not really any reason other than social media that we would be seeing this kind of increase. So let's take a look at what these numbers tell us. Gonorrhea up 30%, and newly identified HIV up 33%. And again, there may be some other reasons for this, but experts are saying, look, with these apps, you just swipe right, and you're sleeping with someone you don't even know.
So I get it. These apps make it easier for people to hook up, but I mean, there's got to be some personal responsibility here. The apps aren't forcing anybody to do this.
That's right. They're not forcing anyone to do it. And you know what, Jake? People had promiscuous sex before these apps. So it's really up to someone to decide, look, I'm going to ask this person to get tested before I have sex with them. I'm going to use a condom. I'm going to make sure that I'm sober enough so I can ask those two things. That's the person's responsibility, not the app's responsibility.
HIV cases increased by 33% and syphilis by 79% just from 2013 to 2014.
That makes sense. Yeah, I can believe. Yeah, I believe how that would make sense.
Then you're just gonna have to date, and if you feel horny around her and you want to get tested, and you guys go get tested together, it's gonna have to happen in steps.
I mean, I've done all right. Like I've dated and I've gotten checked, but when I was ready to have sex with the person, I mean, this is probably foolish on my part too, but I had already known them for a long time, so then I knew their sexual patterns, I knew their lifestyle, and I figured, again, completely stupid of me, but I just kind of assumed that they were responsible and that they were getting tested too. And even in casual conversation, like, we would kind of have that. The focus wasn't like, hey, have you gotten tested? But it was more like, oh yeah, I got my physical this time or whatever. So then that would kind of be like the indicator, like, all right, cool, he's good.
And you'll kind of smell your dick.
50% of new cases are in people under the age of 25.
The real question is, what do we do to kind of help, stop this?
Helfvana CEO Raman Bastani wants to use cell phones to correct the medical problems they're causing. His app allows users to get test results in a matter of hours on their cell phones.
Because I think I can kind of see what he's trying to get at, though. Let's say you go out with a girl and you guys hit it off and everything's awesome, and now you go back to her place and you guys are getting frisky with each other, and all of a sudden that thought crosses his mind, like, oh fuck, wait, how do I know if she's clean or if I'm clean or whatever? Now he's wondering, if the next time I get into this situation, what's the most polite way to ask before I proceed?
Yeah. And Joe gave the perfect solution, I think.
No, but you can't, because he's talking about the next time he gets into the situation where everything happens the same day.
Yeah, I mean, that's the tricky part.
Because you can't be like, you guys are all making out on the couch and like, hold up, let's get tested together.
Yeah, I mean, that's the tricky part, and I think then that's when, unfortunately, you have to wait, unless you're just willing to just throw the dice and see what happens. If she's going to be open and cool, just like you, where they're just straightforward and they can take it very objectively, and then, you know what I mean? Or they might be on the reverse and just be like, whoa, that's fucking weird, bro. What even makes you think that I want to sleep
I
with
feel
you?
like if she's willing to go that far with you, and if she does have something, she's not even going to admit it because she wants dick. I don't know anyone that would be like, you know what? I actually have fucking AIDS and herpes, but who cares? Let's fuck. Who's going to do that? If anything, she'll tell you, well, right before you get into anything, I think they'll let you know. If they don't, you can't trust their word either. Like, if you're gonna ask,
You want to actually ask that question, like, hey, have you been tested, right? And you can say, yeah, of course I have, but there's no way to actually prove it unless you pull out your lab report.
The app also makes the results easy to share with romantic partners.
I see what you're saying.
No, or asking if you even have anything. Because what if he's thinking like, all right, I like this girl, I want to start dating her, but what if she has an STD I don't want to deal with? He just wants to find out from the get-go.
Helfvana says it's just a new way to show you care about your partner's health without the awkward talk.